Lomography just dropped another color negative film stock. It's an evolution of their Color 92. It's called Color 92 Sunkissed. It's a 400 ISO speed film, 36 exposures, and standard C41 process. It comes in 35 millimeter, 120, and 110 formats, crafted to capture the essence of golden hour glow. This unique emulsion enchants with its mesmerizing soft orange and yellow hues, building upon the versatility of its predecessor. This newly developed emulsion transports photographers straight to the heart of 90s nostalgia with its delightful warm tones, delivering radiant and glowing skin tones, boasting remarkable adaptability across various environments and lighting conditions. It offers cinematic blues and oranges under bright skies. In shadier compositions and in the studio, vivid reds intertwine with the smooth, misty green and blue tones. A highly versatile emulsion and fine grain structure. Like all of Lomochrome's films, each film production is unique and no two emulsions will ever be the same. Never. They just won't. No two emulsions will ever be the same. You know I love to get my hands on some new color negative film. So I added 6 rolls in 35 millimeter to my cart and 3 in 120. What I didn't realize, well, the mistake I made with the 120 was I happened to select a regular color 92. So unfortunately, I will not have any examples of this stock right now in medium format. This film does not have a DX code. If film doesn't have a DX code or the camera can't read DX codes, it means the camera can't read messages encoded on the film's cartridge. The camera won't know how to adjust the exposure, so the user will manually have to tell it what to do. My order came right in time for some elopements I had last week. So what better way than some real world hands-on experience? My first impressions of it so far, I fucking love it. I wanted to see this film in various environments and situations outside of just shooting people. I had some time to kill, so I loaded up the gear and headed downtown to Fremont Street. I threw the GoPro on the Canon EF, had the Contax T2 on me, as well as the Canon EOS R5 for a higher quality and just any sort of cinematic shots I wanted. I shot 2 rolls downtown, one in the Canon EF and one in the Contax T2. DX film has an invisible barcode below the sprockets of each frame, which is optically printed during manufacturing. The barcode becomes visible after the film is developed and is used by photo labs to identify each frame for printing. Since this film doesn't have a DX code and I can't adjust the shutter of the Contax T2, most of the time when shooting outdoors, the T2 will light up 1/125th and 1/500th of a second. So the shutter is somewhere around 1/500th of a second. With a non-DX coded film, the Contax T2 will default to an ISO of 100, which leaves the only variable can control the aperture. And even then, 2.8 on the T2 is auto metered. So it will adjust the aperture based on 100 ISO and a shutter of 1/500th. Kind of fun, right? Analog photography always making us think. If you know me at all, or have watched any of my previous videos on here or TikTok, then you know this film is right up my alley. Sure, I love the Portras and Kodak Ultramaxes as much as the next person, especially for client work. But personally, I love desaturated warm film. I feel like I've covered people in environments with lots of reds and pinks, like Sure Thing Chapel, and I've covered a neon cityscape environment. I feel like next for this film I would like to do some creative editorial portraits with a lot of green in the scene. Who knows? I wanted to pause for a quick musical break, something that's been in heavy rotation as of late. Basements, Color Me in Kindness, and I Wish I Could Stay Here albums. Being on Fremont Street Experience is definitely weird. It's a sensory overload for sure. It's also weird wandering Fremont Street during the day. Like at night, it's sounds and lights and glitz, maybe even a little bit glamorous. I do use that word very, very loosely. But 11 a.m. on a Monday, it's almost kind of sad feeling, is the best I can explain it. We have been getting some real treats as of late, over these last handful of years. We've been blessed. And this one comes from the legendary crew over at Lomography. This new Color 92 Sunkissed comes in a different packaging. Obviously, you have the box, but instead of the plastic containers we're all used to, they threw this one in a cute little foil bag. I thought that was a nice little surprise, a nice little breath of fresh air, if you will, that it kind of thinking outside the box. No pun intended. Yeah. Do you see yourself picking up and testing out this new film stock? Let me know down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. Do you like this film stock? Do you like it compared to the original Color 92? Let's conversate. Happy creating, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.